Y'all about ready?
I used to stay on Cotton.
Oh yeah, Cotton Road.
Yeah, Cotton Avenue.
Ain't that close to like Tuscaloosa Avenue?
Yeah.
That shit be crazy out there, man.
We live.
Yeah. Hey, we back up in this thing again. This is a special episode, man.
This officially episode 8.
Yeah, this official episode 8. God damn. Yeah, last night was cool too.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool, but we had some technical difficulties. You know, and it was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of ass in the room, a lot of rap in the room, a lot of creativity in the room.
Hey, I just saw that stream. I saw your eyes do the goddamn anime. Every time a bitch walk by, all you had to do is just look at your eyes.
He like, man, you in here scheming, man.
Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. God damn, look at that ass. I thought you feel some way about Nipsey Hussle. Some ass walk by, nigga, whole demeanor change. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? That ass, though.
Ass raised from the dead.
I've been seeing that meme too, goddamn niggas in that cash. Y'all gonna give him some pussy. What you talking about?
Yeah, last night this nigga was missing. Real Tim Coleman was missing. So he back up in here. Yeah, we chopped it up with Kure last night for a minute. So shit, told him we want him to come back so we can finish this Nipsey conversation. And we got the crew with us. What y'all introduce yourself, man?
G Beats. Go by G Beats. We run this. Producer, artist, engineer, basically anything around music. For real.
Well, I'm Kure Jordan. Go by KJ Kourage. President of my neighborhood.
Pilot.
Pilot. President of Pilot.
That's a big deal.
It really is. Where they playing. Yeah. But leader of a movement called Eliminate yourself from a life of violence, as well as being eliminated from having hatred of any kind towards the people, as well as the founder of the Brotherhood Organization, which is a group of men held accountable by God for bettering our people and unifying the streets and all that. So everything of that nature. So yeah, that's me.
I feel that, man. Yeah. And again, I want to say, man, I thoroughly enjoyed your performance last night, man. You woke them up. You know what I'm saying? The other cats before you, they was straight up. The cat with the Rock Nation hoodie, I like what he was talking about. He was nervous at first. He had to loosen up. I like what he was doing. The other nigga, that nigga was depressed. That nigga was melancholy than a motherfucker. He was straight. I was feeling him, but I'm like, damn, this nigga might slit somebody's throat. Did y'all listen to that nigga? Shout out to them cats. Oh yeah. Shout out to them cats, man. But yeah, he was real descriptive. Cause I could tell the bitches was feeling him till they heard him rap. Then the smiles just kind of went away. Like,
girl, what the fuck you got me here?
Yeah. Cause I was standing by y'all when the nigga was performing. The bitch was excited to see the nigga. Then they just kind of. It's all good though, man. That was a good show, man. Shout out to Southern Made Creators, man. We had a good time in there,
man. The Mix Birmingham, King and Nicole. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. DJ Dolly.
Yeah.
Shout out.
And the Kickback Podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man.
That's some good dope.
Mellow.
L Boogie went in the house, but she still kicked back. So it's all love.
I love these retro ass names y'all be calling out. L Boogie.
They just nicknames, man.
Bro. Yeah, I like that shit. They could tell like niggas was fucking with hip hop though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody got any remarks, man, before we get cracking?
I would just say the last 2 weeks have definitely highs and lows, but you know, we got a great promo run for the sit down sessions too. Shout out to Smash Bros Radios for letting me, Kure, Dion Racy, and Richard Daniel come up there. Shout out to the Witty Committed Podcast. I sat down with them last Wednesday, and the sit down. Shout out to everybody that came out to the sit down sessions too, man. I really appreciate that. And it was cool, man, just to see people diving in depth ideas around, you know, people's music here in the city.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it was a great performance. Monastery had a great show with a lot of people under one roof. We had people from Mississippi, Georgia, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Birmingham, of course, all underneath one building. Shout out to Club Monster. You know, it's always good to see them perform and hit the stage. Shout out to Marcel P. Black, you know, for helping out with that Culture Over Everything tour. He got Monastery on with them. Last time we talked, they was in Nebraska. Yesterday, what was that? Friday they did the show here. And Saturday they was in Memphis. So shout out to them. They out on the way soon. Hey Young World, April 12th. Shameless plug.
What the dude name? What his name? Dollar.
Yeah, Dollar Shot, Dollar Black.
Yeah.
He from Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah, that boy hard.
Yeah.
I think I've seen him before. Got dreads.
No.
That's the dude
He's
who
right.
came back up
Dollar.
and performed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you talking about?
Dollar Black.
Dollar Black.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was tight.
Yeah, he got like a. I'm trying to see who I can get the flow with. He got like that type of Rick Ross type of. I'm trying to just think who I can mix it with. I'm trying to do some hybrid shit right now. But yeah, he got a dope flow. He got one type of flow.
You gonna have to speak up too.
I
You
think-
got that show. You talking like you talking out of head.
Let's go a little closer right now. Bet.
Let me say this, because I'd be remiss if I didn't say this, man. Like, this nigga right here, man, he a big head, goof ass nigga, but I just want to let you know, man, we with you. I know you lost your grandmother.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We definitely with you. I also want to send a shout out to No Sir. I know he lost his father.
Yeah, no sir. What's up, bro?
So we definitely with you as well. So
Definitely in the same boat. Cause I just saw Nosa, actually, IG his father. You know what I'm saying, on a happy birthday, and he was talking about how his dad talking parables or whatever. He talking.
Wise man.
Yeah, man. So I definitely got a pops like that, Nosa. So I definitely know what's up. Cause it's hard to figure them old niggas out, bro. Cause they swear they Jesus for number one. They don't tell you.
You have ears.
Yeah, man. They want you to figure it out, but they can tell you the answer right there. They already know it. You know what I'm saying? They know the ingredient, but they gonna be like, well, if you run down there, you're gonna fuck one, but if you walk down there, you can fuck them all. Just think about it.
Yeah, right. It's teaching you how to
Try to
understand.
get some pussy now. That's your goddamn problem. You want it now, but you can get the later. Now. Huh?
It teaches you to understand
Keep living. And they hit you with the keep living. But no, to elaborate on my grandma, if you familiar with Mama Lois, yeah, she passed away like last Sunday. 95 years old, lived a great life. You know what I'm saying? I definitely had to share a city and a state with my grandma. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if like anybody had to, you could share like a parent or just a person that's of age, but I think when my grandma like retired, bro, she retired to a full-time job, you know what I'm saying? That's serving the community. And like she established a group home for girls, you know what I'm saying? Grace House Ministry, like in '92. She was right there, had a main man right by her side, Larry Langford. He ironically died this year too, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was like coincidence.
Tell the people how old your grandmother was, man.
I said 95.
Shit, tell me again.
Yeah, she lived 95.
Again, man. That's a blessing.
That's a super blessing, man. But yeah, man, I definitely like I lost my other grandma like 2 years ago, so I definitely had a chance to spend like a lot of time with both of my grandmas. Like one of my grandmas was super hood, and this grandma right here was like super, you know what I'm saying? I guess you could say Christian or whatever.
Compassionate.
Never heard her curse, you know what I'm saying? Never seen her get mad. If she walked through the room, you know what's up. She gonna speak to everybody. She gonna check you in the most mannerable way. That grandma that just passed taught me how to, you know what I'm saying, eat from the spoons and all that shit. I got manners from that. Yeah. So I know how to eat the soup spoon, the salad fork, and all that shit. Niggas don't know that. So you can Let these braids, nigga, let these braids fool you if you want. I'll rob and have your house looking good. Anyway, my other grandma taught me how to load a motherfucking AK-38. You know what I'm saying? Now this on the beat. You get what I'm saying? So I had the best of both worlds, and I love every bit of it. The only thing I'm grinning about, either one of my grandmas missing from me is a kid, you know what I'm saying, that they can hold. They got the front view to everything in my life right now, you know what I'm saying. The two best guardian angels I could ever have. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't tripping that she gone, I'm tripping that they never got a chance to see any of my kids, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm super young compared to my family. My folks old as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like my brother 18 years older than me, my sister 13 years older than me, and that's it. It's me. You know what I'm saying? So everybody always treated me like a Gigi, a great grand bitch. I'm on the front line of the wheel. You got me fucked up. I ain't no great grand wheel. I get the first cut. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. And they forget that shit. You know what I'm saying? But also I get looked up to like I'm the oldest. You know what I'm saying? I guess being the youngest motherfucker in your family, you get to see a whole lot of mistakes that you don't want to go by over. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole lot of mistakes. And you see it from a different age group and a different time frame and a different time machine. So I mean, it is what it is. That's why I like bitches that know how to cook in crock pots. You don't have to do no crock pot. You just a microwave, hot pocket, bitch. I can't fuck with you. I need that something to them on the regular.
Straight up.
Straight up, for real. Wonder how your daddy can have a family all across the street. Goddamn, you can't even keep a goddamn Facebook bitch together, nigga. You better go talk to them old men. Saying it now.
You mentioned the key word, Facebook bitch. But yeah, it is what it is. But fellas, let's get back into this Nipsey shit, man. We talked about it last night, but I feel like we can have a more open forum about Nipsey Hussle and what Nipsey Hussle meant to all of us. You know, I was fucking with Kure last night. He was like he had been rocking with Nipsey since the beginning. I'm like, damn, that nigga had to be like 9, man. I know y'all, you know.
Since like I caught him at the point where he was like righteous. Yeah, when he was
yeah.
Like I was telling them, we would listen to that Killer that he made with Drake.
Yeah.
And I was telling them I was bumping this shit like in like 9th grade or something like that.
Yeah, but yeah, man, we definitely can go back around the room and just touch on Nipsey. And y'all get y'all perspective, and then after y'all get y'all perspective, we're gonna get into the conspiracy shit, cause that's what me and this nigga had been squabbling about in the group chat all week. And
I'm talking about sparring, nigga. I'm talking about
the 10-4.
I see that nigga video. I see that nigga video. Bitch, they been shooting over there. Next, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, and outside of that, since my boy here, man, we're gonna talk about some community shit and how that shit parallel to that. Yeah. Then we're gonna get into some silly shit. But yeah, Eugene, go ahead and kick us off, man.
You know, for me, man, I say it every time when asked about it. Nipsey Hussle redefined what it meant to be like a black man from the hood for me. I first found Nip probably in 2009, 2010. Put out a song called Forever on some fly shit. And you know, I was like, okay, it's a cool record. I was an MGMT fan via Kid Cudi. Found the Electric Field record. I still love that record. And it got this weird like 7-count beat, which in music terms is hard as fuck to like rap on. It's on beat, but it's off beat and all in the same. Like
it's a 7-count.
Yeah, it's a 7-count beat. Like it's weird, but it makes sense. And he rapped on it like flawless. And I was like, if he can rap on this shit, he a real deal. But from there, you know, learning to try to understand moves. Like, you know, Hov is always gonna be Hov, and understanding his impact as far as business and hip hop go. But with Nipsey Hussle, it was more of a relation because I got to see the whole come up. Like, I didn't become like a diehard Jay-Z fan until the Black album. I was like, he retiring, what's the big deal? And then I had to go back and research, and I was like, oh shit, you know, I understand now. Other than, you know, money, cash, hoes with Jermaine Dupri. That's all I knew growing up, for real. But with Nip, it was somebody that, you know, I directly related to because it wasn't even like drug dealer rap. It was just street shit, gang shit, and I could see that in my community. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Even though I was removed from Birmingham at the time that I found him, that's what I grew up in. So I had a better idea of what he was talking about, and just to see how he, you know, fought against industry standards on a music tip, you know, that was inspiring for me in my music career. But just as a man, I said last night, you know, that's one of the sole inspirations I had for coming back to the city. Yeah. You know, I did well in music industry shit in Huntsville, but by seeing like, you know what, the music shit is cool, but on a real tip, I can make a bigger impact if I'm back in the city where I know artists, I know the neighborhood, I know the community, you know, and honestly, I don't care if I get a record deal or not. That's the most important stuff to me now at this point. You know what I mean? I love making music, and I put myself in a position where I can make as much music as I want to, but what gives me that other half of fulfillment is knowing that I can make a difference in my community. And from the aspects of that, being an owner, understanding that I ain't got to separate myself from my homies in my hood, you know, to a certain degree. I ain't got to, you know, disregard, you know, my past in order to get where I'm going in my future. Like, a lot of that comes directly from Nip, being the owner of my own brand, wanting to, you know, and I'm not trying to compare myself to Nip. It's just direct inspiration because I saw that come up story, you know, the $100 CD, the $1,000 CD, all these like big phenomenal ideas that I saw him execute. You know, that's just pure inspiration for me. Like, okay, I can go out here and do anything I put my mind to on that tip. But also understanding like how he, you know, just knowing his story is kind of what makes it a little bit more hurtful.
Yeah.
You know, that it happened because, you know, that even like The Mask is no victory lap. They look at it as a debut album, which is cool, but he probably got like 6 or 7 projects before that, which I'm familiar with. But he fought so hard, and he didn't release them on major labels because he was fighting to own his masters. And I explained it. I ain't gonna go too much in depth, but 2 biggest inspirations is probably Lupe Fiasco when it comes to just purely like rap, and knowing he got his masters probably in like 2002, and Nipsey Hussle bubbling in 2009 and fighting for his masters all the way up until 2017 when he signed. You know what I mean? That's a 10-year gap of every artist that signed in major labels. Nobody got their masters in that time frame. You know what I mean? Unless they stayed independent like Chance. But understanding like Nip played that business role so strongly and fought for that forever. And even though this was a sad demise, like we know anytime somebody died, the record sales go up, the music go up. It just adds more value to his life and his legacy for the fact that he, you know, he could have been signed a deal and put out, you know, 10 albums a while. You know, he could have did that years ago, 10 years ago. Could have signed that record deal. But the fact that he fought so hard, he put out his life's work, he owns the masters to that, plus numerous other businesses that he took care of. His name, his legacy, and his family will forever be able to live off that. You know, I wish we could have got more from him on a major platform, but the fact that he spent his life knowing how important it was to own what he do, and he did that. So even in this untimely and unfortunate, you know, demise of himself, his family will still be able to live forever off the work he did, because the labels don't fully own that. His family owns that now. You know, and that's an important lesson that he, you know, can teach us as artists, but even as men, to be a part of your community and how to make a real difference. So, rest in peace, Nip. You know, I want to make sure everybody get a chance to speak on that. We'll get more in depth into it as we go.
Thank you.
I mean, basically everything he said, like, he went in depth. I probably wouldn't have went that deep, but definitely needed to hear that, because like, I really can't get too much. Like, basically everything he said was it really hit the nail on the head. Like, even me being like a young artist and coming up, when I first started, I was thinking like deal, and then when I really started getting into it, like, and started seeing how these rappers kind of getting fucked over, you feel me? It's like, okay, I really ain't trying to get no deal no more, you feel me? But then it's like, alright, I start talking to certain people, and then they start talking about 360s and this what you need to do and this what you should do, and then they start talking about like when certain rappers get 360s, they really just blow their money. So then I start understanding when it's like, okay, so a 360 deal might not be as bad as I think it is, because it's just the way these niggas using it. You feel me? So, but like when you really go deep into Nip's story, you feel me, and owning his own stuff, it's like, okay. And then like even when you say like Chance the Rapper and stuff like that, who really ain't signing no label, it's like you can do it. It is possible. It's just like you just gotta grind it out. It's extra work. I was thinking about this before I understood like the type of fan base that I could accumulate. You feel me? And it didn't came in a short amount of time. It ain't a big fan base, but it's a genuine fan base. Right. And I feel like that's what matters the most. Yeah. So even with the genuine fan base that I got, I understand like, okay, if I can get this genuine fan base down here, I ain't even travel for it. I ain't traveled and did a show out of state yet. So just me just picturing like, alright, if I could take this out of state, then I can get more genuine fans in different places, and then it can work like that. So just going back to the Nip thing, like with him owning his own stuff, is like, it's just inspiration, bro. Like to know that I can do it and it can be done. And even in the community, bro, like all the stuff he did in the community, like, and I said again, I don't know him personally. I ain't know his personal lifestyle, what he did. You feel me? Behind closed doors, but on the front end, it showed character. Like, it showed like it's genuine, bro. I felt like it was genuine what he was doing for the community, because like most niggas would take their money and get out. You feel me? So just for him to stay in the hood, and we had conversations like this every day, we be like, shit, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I might goddamn get a couple, got about 50, 100 bands, and you feel me? I might skedaddle or some shit like that. But shit, just, I don't know, bro, just having different encounters with people from the hood and just seeing like, okay, it is a group of people and it's hope. Yeah. You feel me? It might be hope. And then just going back to Nip, like, you know what? I could goddamn do some shit, and we was talking about buying buildings and Inslee and stuff like that. Like we can do stuff like that, bro. We can buy the property, and we can do community shit, bro. We can build studios, and we can do. He was talking about, he just linked up with a nigga that said he knew Nip and from LA. Dude from LA, he do mixed martial arts. We talking about putting all type of little programs like that together and stuff like that, bro. So anything to build the community, because like when I was growing up, I ain't go to the rec centers. You feel me? I just played outside. I wish I could have went to the rec and did a little certain stuff to interact with different kids. But shit, bro, cause it would have taught me a lot. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm kind of distant, for real. If I don't know you, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't friendly. You feel me? So I knew them from high school. So that's the only reason I really kind of fuck with them. But as far as like new niggas, I ain't friendly for real. You feel me? But I felt like interacting with kids at a younger age probably would have made me more open. Yeah, bro. I played Little League baseball and football, but all that shit was just like, bro, I'm just coming out here to play sports. Like, I don't know half you niggas like that. You feel me? We might get cool over time, but that's just over time. But back on Nipsey though, it did teach me like to understand like it can be done, and it do give me as a growing artist inspiration, especially since I was like, I kind of caught him, like I said, when he was bubbling up, like 2010, I was in high school and shit like that, so it hit a nigga hard when I heard it, bro. We were talking about it in the car. I was telling y'all yesterday, and he was like, man, Nipsey got shot about 6 times. I was like, whoa. And I was like, man, he gonna be straight, I ain't say he dead, he gonna be straight. Got to his career. So we sat down on the couch about to eat. That nigga walked in and he said, bro, you know Nipsey just died? I was like, no, chill out. He was like, everybody say he dead. I was like, nah, fuck that. Went on Instagram, I was like, I know it's true. If I go on Instagram, go on that bit. So, damn, RIP Nip. Yeah, sliding, just RIP Nip. I'm like, fuck. I was like, yeah, that shit hurt. Yeah. Shit, bro.
Shit. I don't want to talk too much about it. I ain't got too much to say about it, because that shit really that shit made me feel some type of way. Like, I wasn't interested in his music, like, when he first started and stuff. But, like, Kure had kind of hit me on it when I started, like, fucking with him and shit. I was like, damn, bro, who is this nigga? And I started, like, researching Nip. And I saw that he was a hood nigga, but he made it look cool to give back and shit. Like, he made it look cool to give back to his community, the hood that he was from and shit. And it's like, and he even like, it's a shame, like after he passed, like he even like showed to people like about like Dr. Sabi and all that good stuff, like that. There's ways that we can like help ourselves, you know what I'm saying, like the way we live every day and stuff. Like Nip, I don't know, man. He kind of like our modern day Pac and Biggie. You feel me? Like he was somebody that we saw live it. You feel me? And he kind of did more than Pac and Biggie. You know, we only hear stories about them, but we actually saw like how he prestiged and how he came up through his hood, bro. He came back and gave back. He had a whole store in his hood, bro. He was in there. He was really doing that. And like, I hope that really like his past, and I hope that really shine a light to the young niggas out here, because young niggas really wild, and like niggas get worse every generation, it looks like. And I feel like with Nip, like with him passing, like it shows that you can be a black man, and you can be from the hood, and you can make something out of that. You feel me? And I don't know, man. That's really all I gotta say about it. I don't really like talking too much about it.
I was just gonna say, just how what he said. We just spoke at the Nipsey Hussle candlelight, and
I'm glad you did that, because I couldn't make it.
Yeah, Christmas was supposed to pull up, but they was waiting on a dot. We ain't gonna get into that.
Would be that.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Dot.
man, shout out to Dot. He did his thing at the show. But yeah, we spoke at the show, and it was actually folks out there that knew Nip, that met him, that actually met him, like Crips. You feel me? And they was just saying like some of they folks will roll through the store, the marathon, and they'll see him in that bit. Like they was like, he'll be behind the counter just chilling. And they was like, yeah, they had a double take. They'd be like, damn, nigga really in the hood. Like
He never
in
moved
this
away.
motherfucker,
Like,
yeah.
he lived there.
They were saying like he never left. Like he was really in that bit. So it was just crazy to hear that. Cause even I seen documentaries of how they like even when the store got busted, all them times like niggas was still in that bit. You feel me? So it was just refreshing to hear that, bro. Just to know, like, from like we actually looking at people that knew him and encountered him. You feel me? And they gave stories about how they people even went in that bit and moved around him. And was like, damn, bro, still here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Kourage, what you got on it, man?
I guess, man, if I was to be asked what I saw in Nip, bro, like I saw just through his videos and through his clips, man, his music videos, I really saw a spirit of righteousness on him, bro. Like a serious spirit of righteousness, and to know that he was really mainstream in the industry, bro. To know that the things he saw daily, like whether that was the characters of other rappers or whether that was the fact that he saw how mainstream a negative character was, or how mainstream or how highlighted a character of negativity was in the industry. It's like he still kept the confidence that he had with doing what was right. Cause like he stood for what was right. But here it is, he was still around other characters and other things that was more highlighted than his character. So me just knowing that through all that he still kept the confidence to just push what was right, I feel like there was real strength in that, bro. Cause like he saw things that we won't see as just local people. He saw just different attitudes and different characters, just being different beings, brother. He saw all that, bro. He saw how mainstream their character or their personality was versus what his was. It's like he stood for something greater, but the fact that he was around that and still kept his posture, I feel like that's really one of the reasons why I respect him, bro. Cause like he stood for something. But I definitely like other things I see in him. Like I see a man that really loved his people, bro. Really loved his community. Even just the smallest things, like times he I seen the video he had took a old cat he took an old cat to go get some clothes and haircut and all that. Yeah, I seen that, bro. But that's just the smallest things, bro. Like I feel like I think that was like last year when he did that, right? Yeah, I feel like cause God knows everything, bro. I feel like that since God knew that his time was coming, bro, he really gave him a push to really highlight things that was really on his heart, so that we could really see what's in him. Like during this last period he was on this earth, bro. Cause these last little clips the clips that's really floating around, bro, all of them got something to do with him giving back, with him really showing his light. So I think God really just allowed him to push, or really like giving him that push to really like go his hardest with everything he was doing, bro. Like whether that was him showing us the work he was doing overseas, or him showing us the work he was doing in the community. I think it was really highlighted during these last times in his life. So I thank God for really just putting it on his heart to really go hard these last times he was on the earth. But I see a lot of things in him, bro. Like really tying the community into it. Like that was powerful too. Because like just as well as all those folks gathered at the candlelight or gathered at this marathon store, them one folks that just showed up because he died. Like them was folks he touched in some type of way. You feel me? So like us just seeing the impact, whether that's the gathering that was brought to the marathon store, whether that's us seeing the candlelights that's being held in different cities, like us seeing all these different things, it's just signs of his impact, bro. So like, me just realizing that, bro, it definitely motivated me to keep doing what I'm doing. You feel me? Like that's really all I live for, man. Like really, I'm really saying that in a humble way too, cause like I know what that life will bring. I know what like that walk will bring. It'll bring government looking into your way. It'll bring the spotlight. It'll bring so many things that it might end up to you losing your life, but it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Christ, matter of fact, Christ says no greater love but for a man to lay down his life for his brother. So like that being the highest love is like, that should be all our goal, bro. To really get out here and impact our community, get out here and impact our people, and if it's in our destiny to die for them, bro, because ain't no greater love than that, like he said. Like I feel like he definitely showed that love, bro. He reached that level down for his people. It's spiritual, bro. This ain't just no ordinary death, bro. It was definitely spiritual, bro. Like, the Most High had something to do with this jump, bro. So I feel like we should all just capitalize off his example, bro, as well as capitalize off the confidence he giving all of us, bro. He giving us confidence to work with our local police department, bro. Yeah. The fact that he worked with LA police department, it send waves to men around the world to the point where they'll get certain thoughts. They're working with the police for a certain reason to be cool now because a king, like we was shown that this was needed by a king, bro. A man that was known as a gangbanger, a man that was known as just a man that wanted to do right. Even he saw it necessary to work with his local police department. Yeah. So it's really opening our minds up to really like things that we can be confident in doing, like working with our police departments. But that's just one example. He really, I feel like his confidence spread, if not anything, his confidence in doing certain things that he did. But that's really, you feel me, just all I really have to say about it. His confidence was
good perspective. Tim, what you got?
I don't know, man. You know how I feel about this situation. DJ, you want to go and elaborate on yours?
I mean, just talk about
like,
how you like
the impact on Nip. I mean,
we ain't got to that part.
I've been fucking with Nip, man. Like, I got braids and a beard, so. I mean, come on. I can't do this shit overnight. This is not a meme, baby. This takes months and years to get this shit, so I definitely got a vibe for the West Coast. So, I mean, New Orleans music, West Coast music, I'm gonna keep it close to the heart because I just feel like, man, I don't know, man, I just got an ear for that shit, and the fact that Nip was from the West Coast, I definitely followed like what he did and shit. Definitely saw the video of the old man. I just can't stop talking. I got to. I mean, everything he did was cool, bro. That's every hood nigga fantasy is to like straight up represent what you about. You know what I'm saying? Make it out the hood. Do your dirt, make it out that bitch, you know what I'm saying, and get back to where you from. That's every nigga goddamn. That's a dream come true. And it ended in a fairy tale that most stories supposed to end in, bro. Like everybody in this room know this shit. Like we know this shit. You know this shit. You can't bet nobody in this motherfucking room if they hit like Nip, would they stay in parallel West End? Fuck no.
I would. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Shit, that's cool for you.
I would, bro.
Nigga, if I can't stay in no goddamn gated community comfortable, nigga, I've been doing this shit 31 years fighting that shit about I stay in West End, nigga, I stay somewhere where it's a gated community and put one up, goddamn. Fuck that. I done tried, bro.
I'm done with the potholes, with the gunshots, with the train. If I can't have no house, I need my 48 acres of views.
Both of them are tell you.
Look though,
Them the
I ain't gonna
arguments
lie.
we had.
I ain't say I'll go to a gated community, but I need a house with some land.
Bro,
Well,
I wouldn't mind that, bro. It's just the fact that I feel the same way. But what's brought to my attention now is even with having that, I still try to now. My mindset now is I get that and then still come back to my community and still try to build it up to the point where I can make it where
Make
I would
the
want to
crib
stay
fine.
yeah, I ain't say I wouldn't come back.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. I feel the same way.
That's the one put no mansion in West End.
Yeah. But I still build that bit up.
Yeah.
That's why I say I feel what you saying to the point where I move out, like out of the hood, but I still would come back. I still would buy property and stuff like that to build it up to where I want it to be. You feel me? Or what I feel like it should be. You feel me? To the point where I would want to live in that bit again.
I feel like it's really where your love at, bro. Like if you really love the people, bro, you would value being around them, bro.
I mean, that's
well
cool
as
and all,
them,
but you gotta think about your family and all that, bro. With your family and with your money, and then you got folks that know you, that know you in the hood. You're not finna stay in the same house you've been living in all your life with all these grimy niggas that's around you. I'll move them out. I'll move my family out, but I still give back.
Hey, hold that though, cause we're gonna get to that.
Yeah,
we're gonna come back to that perspective. But yeah, Tim, what else you got?
Bro, that's about it, bro. I mean, a lot of us already hit on the head, and it's gonna be pretty much the same thing everybody said. I just fucked with that nigga super hard because he kept his motherfucking braids and beards, bro. Because in white America, they feel by braids, they feel by afro. Shout out to all black men that have grown to the heavens like plants. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, your white ass ain't got no volume or no masculine shit. Not my fault. I was blessed by the best. You know what I'm saying? And thank you, Nip. I need my Lord London, my nigga. I mean,
this nigga.
I can't put no Crip shit on my face, but I got the beard and the braids. If y'all need me to do a bag of wax dummy concert, goddamn, in Birmingham. I fuck with Nip. I know some of them niggas songs. Shout out to Dom Kennedy. He heard me right now. I fuck with that nigga.
Yeah.
A lot of folks don't know that nigga. They know him now, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I'm on my LA shit, bro.
But yeah, man, like for me, like Nip showed a nigga from an area like where I'm from can fucking do it. It can be done. You know what I'm saying? And like you can make the crib fire.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can make the crib fire. And then you ain't gotta go nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like and doing stuff like the Black Art Museum and all of that, like show, cause like I want to open like art galleries and shit.
Yeah.
And do all that type of shit. It was just really cool to see somebody similar, like from an upbringing like similar to mine, do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it, cause everything else reiterates what everybody else said.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say this real quick, then we're gonna get to the other thing. Like, it's definitely Nipsey Hussle, man. I don't think nobody should be. We should definitely be frustrated about, you know, the untimely demise and him being a part of martyrdom. But like he mentioned, like, man, anytime somebody is martyred, you know, they really had a real huge impact on society. Like, you think about King. I'm not gonna compare him to them, but in the same sense, it's from the same type of wave.
Yeah,
because he was of the people, and I get into.
He was a genuinely good guy.
Absolutely, man. And the second time I went to California in 2011, my son was like 8 months old. We was kicking it down in Compton. We went to Tam's Burgers. Like when Suge Knight ran over the nigga and killed him. That's like in the middle of Compton. Like it was real SWAT teams out busting motherfuckers right when we was at the burger spot. But as we driving down the street, we passed by Crenshaw, Slauson and Crenshaw or whatever. The flea market, the Slauson flea market was going on. And you know, my baby mom was like, rapper Nipsey Hussle, he owned all of this. He owned the fucking Slauson Flea Market, nigga. This was in 2011. So he had been on, like, we know what, you know, from 20 last year and maybe a year before that, we knew that he had, you know, developments in the community, but this was in 2011. So with that triggered me, like, he was putting, you know, not just dope money, but he took his record label money, he was putting it back into the community. He was feeding people, because from, you know, what they told me when I was out there, they didn't get more love than Tupac or Dr. Dre, any of them cats, Game, Kendrick. He get more love than any of them guys in the streets, because he really in the fucking streets every day. So that was, you know, and he brought the gangs together even before, you know, he was gonna do that. Had that formal meeting with the LAPD and Rock Nation last Monday. He had formal meetings that, you know, wasn't televised with gang members, and he was, when he said he was respecting in 100 sets, nigga really was, like Crips, Bloods, SAs, GDs, everybody respected him, because he was making sure everybody was eating. Yeah, they was all still doing dirt, but he talked to them in a way where they created safe passages for people going through different communities. That's real G shit. That's real mob shit.
That nigga definitely made the drug flow better.
And also, like, I feel like he wanted to, I know you mentioned this, he really, I feel Jay-Z, one of my favorite rappers, he really followed not only the blueprint for Jay-Z, but E40, Too Short, because he was a student of the rap game, and there was guys that he followed, and he always gave them guys props. I watched an interview with E40 the other day. He was talking about that. He saying when he met him, he was telling him one of his favorite E40 songs and how he followed the blueprint of saying fuck these record labels, let's do our own thing. So he definitely followed them guys. He definitely followed those blueprints to a T, and it showed. And like, one of my favorite Nipsey songs is Hustle to Motivate, and I think that personifies what exactly he was. You know, people talk about G's and Thug Motivation. Hell, I think he personified that more than G's. And I mean, it's definitely unfortunate what happened, but I feel like it take, like you mentioned, it take things like this to wake people up and joke them, to get their mind right and inspire them to get back out in the streets, get their hands dirty, do what need to be done. And on that note, I'm just gonna say rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. And now getting to this controversial shit surrounding his death in regards to the conspiracies. You have, you know, a party of people that feel like, you know, the government had their hand in this. You have a party of people feel like he was killed because of a documentary. Then you have, you know, people that just go off the, you know, just what happened. You know, so I want to go around the room, get everybody's perspective on that. Since it's such a hot topic, I know we can all get long-winded on some shit like this. We're going to put a time limit on this shit, because I know this might get kind of juicy in this motherfucker. So let's keep it within 3 to 4 minutes apiece, Eugene.
That's cool.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I already know. Kure, I know you got something to say. I know Tim gonna have something to say.
We're gonna let Tim spark this one up, because he's waiting on.
So yeah, you got 4 minutes, Tim.
Damn, they put me on a time limit. First of all, you a motherfucking target when you living like that, bro. That's a modern day Jesus type nigga. Born in Jerusalem, born in the slum. Nigga probably born like us, Cooper Green on Sherman. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, was that nigga born in America? Cause I think that nigga folks got some bread. He like Muslim, right? Like
no, he from West Africa. It's people from West Africa.
Okay, so yeah, but I think he like Muslim though, right? Like
he grew up Muslim.
Yeah. So the nigga was very intelligent, bro. So that's number one. Like that was like that's the biggest hate the government hate. Like when you fucking smart, I don't give a fuck how much of a thug you is, cause 99.9% out of these niggas that's thugging, niggas not dumb. Them niggas are not dumb, y'all. They just don't have the same tools, I would say, as other motherfuckers. Other motherfuckers got modern day tools, niggas still got the day one tools, just be honest. Still no excuse, but it is what it is. Sundays in LA, niggas don't get shot. That's the chillest day in LA from the stories I've been told. You know what I'm saying? And I also have, you know what I'm saying, niggas that's gang affiliated with both gangs, Crips and Bloods, that's out in LA right now. You know what I'm saying? And when the shit happened, I hit them niggas up immediately. I'm like, man, what's up? I'm like, damn, we finna go to war again. You know what I'm saying? And the Crip and the Blood was like in the same place I hit them up in. You know what I'm saying? They was like, man, this shit bigger than the streets. And it ain't nothing to do with what you think it is. And once they said that, man, I began to watch like videos on YouTube and various shit. But I also like them same videos I took into my own play. You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch the conspiracy videos right off the bat. I took that shit into my own. I watched like the live Instagram and YouTube videos and Twitter videos. I'm like, man, something ain't right with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's like a shooting scene, and this is LA, nigga. LA like damn near like Birmingham. Everybody got a fucking gun over there. You mean to tell me nobody in their party got a fucking gun? I don't give a fuck like what day it is, bro. Ain't nobody got a gun that's close to this nigga. Because the niggas don't travel by themselves. They travel at least 3 to 4 deep at all times. There's always some fat ass nigga in they entourage, they main homeboy, and it's supposed to be a shooter there. So what was the shooter? Because he got shot 6 times. In the video we saw, the nigga came back 3 times. So he got shot 2 times apiece. You know what I'm saying? And then if this was like a hit, shit should have been done like 1 time. Shot to the head. This nigga had 3 times to come back and kill Nip and ain't nobody have a gun. That's pretty much it with how I feel about that shit, man. That shit like either it was a setup. I always say this about when movie stars and rap stars die. They don't die, their character die. I feel like they go on that big ass island and never come back again. Like I always said that shit. Cause it's either a motherfucker that got his rights, that been stumbled across some shit, or they've been putting us on game and they finally got their ass. Cause Prince been putting us on game. Michael Jackson came out with the Egyptian video. You remember the time? Super before everybody was on this African shit. Like, just be for real, bro. Like, we seen Eddie Murphy play another black Egyptian coming to America. He came from Africa, rich as fuck, to come live poor to find his queen. Like, that's some crazy shit, man. We weren't even on game to this shit. You know what I'm saying? We always talk to go to college, cut your hair, do this and that, go get a job. Nah, Nip definitely went left field. He stayed with what he believed in, kept his culture, you know what I'm saying? Fed his fucking culture, taught his culture how to motherfucking fish. Fed and taught how to fish. So that's a good enough target. Fuck the doctor shit. That's a good enough target to get the nigga knocked. He actually showing poor people how to eat and not depend on the government. That's scary to them.
Alright, that's what you got.
That's how I feel.
Alright. Damn, I'm surprised you finished under 4 minutes, nigga. Yeah, who wanna go next, man? Cause I know you. Yeah, I know you got something. Go ahead, man.
Say I'm on the same thing, bro. Basically, like when you a threat, bro. Shit, that nigga 2 Chainz said he was a threat to society. Basically, when you when you doing stuff like that, bro, and you colored, you of a colored skin tone, bro. Preferably brown. You feel me? I ain't gonna say black because I'm brown, but you feel me? They don't like that. They don't like when you ahead of the game. They don't like when you know you ahead of the game, especially. And basically what he was saying, bro, how he was doing things and how he carried himself and how he was maintaining and how he was innovating. Everything he was doing, bro, was against what they want us to know. They don't want us to know how to own our own shit. They don't want us to know how to buy property in our own community and give back and start innovating these things to bring life back to the community and bring a certain type of stamina and a certain type of joy back to our people. Like, they don't want us to start doing this, bro. They want us to be slaves to them until shit hit the fan. Like, so that's why I felt like they had to do something. And even when all these folks talking about like, oh, it was gang on gang violence, it was gang violence or black on black crime, or oh, the government did this, but nah, the government couldn't have did this because it looked so sloppy, or it looked like some military stuff, but this is what they do in the military. Bro, these folks can set something up so smooth to make it look so good.
Yeah, do the mystery.
You feel me?
Or so trash that it's looking like the nigga named Shitty Cuz.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like he was a snitch. So like all this crazy shit, bro, it's just like it don't line up. It line up, but it don't line up. The nigga was so sloppy that it couldn't have been a government job. But you don't think these niggas ain't smart enough to make it look so sloppy that niggas don't think it's a government job? Like, come on now. Now I ain't saying it is. I'm not saying it ain't.
But I'm just beyond the realm of possibility.
Exactly. I'm just saying. Cause I went there. I don't know the nigga personally. And it's just like, but I know what the fuck these niggas done did throughout time.
Yeah.
They definitely have did some fuck shit throughout time. A lot of fuck shit. And they done definitely tried to misdirect they fuck shit. So even with this, it's nothing different. It's just the fact that it's a rap nigga. A rap nigga that got a lot of influence.
Nothing like you other rap niggas.
You feel me? And he's saying he'll tell you that, but he just had a lot more influence. And just like he was saying, it's like Pac and Biggie. But with Pac and Biggie, I feel like he lived longer throughout his rap career than Pac and Biggie.
Yeah.
And got a little bit more, and he did a little bit more justice with his community. That I felt like if Pac and Biggie probably would have lived a little bit longer, they probably could have did something like that. We'll never know. You feel me? But with Nip, I think he just did it. He did it in the time that he had. And the time that he had, he did a lot to have an influence on a lot of people. So I feel like that's a good enough reason. Just like bro saying, bro, they don't want us to know a lot of shit. They don't want us to do a lot of stuff. And they don't want nobody to influence us to the point we feel like we got hope to do that. So I feel like it was a good enough reason to take him out at the time they did. But just like what he was saying, what I was talking to them about, bro, if they feel like they can do that and stop something, they got another thing coming, bro, because he inspired so many people. But what he did, bro, he already gave us the blueprint on how to do shit. You feel me? So all it is for us to go ahead, goddamn, put our feet to the ground and go and start running with it. Running with what he done already showed us and what he done already put us on game about. And it's only gonna spark something greater because so many people feel so devastated by this. They like, man, shit, we can't let this shit go in vain. You feel me? Like, we can't. So it's only gonna build something greater to the point where I feel like it's gonna be more folks trying to do what he did, and then that's gonna cause even more havoc. But if that's what's needed to happen, bro, that's what's gonna happen.
Who next? You ain't got nothing on the team?
Yeah. I understand the perspectives of everything. I deal more in the idea of like sources and information, and I trust my source. We talked about this yesterday, but from what I understand, in the idea of what actually happened, like I said, I'm not a fan of like I said, it's not out the realm of possibility of what Kure mentioned or what Tim mentioned, but from what I'm receiving is that, and it hasn't come out yet, but I hope it come out in the trial. And not just to say that I won, but just because I feel like it makes more sense, and that's the story that I'm going with from the information I'm receiving. From a few industry insiders and some connects that I trust. The guy who killed him, Shitty Cuz, Eric Holder, whatever you choose to call him, he was actually the shooter on Nipsey's payroll. Break a long story down and try to keep it in the 4-minute window. The guy Eric lost his mom a few months ago, so he's been on like a super binge of like pills, lean, weed. He's also a Superman of Crips, I guess you would say, but in the wrong fashion.
Wayne Perry type nigga.
Yeah, like one of those guys who, already off the handle, already diagnosed as bipolar. But he was one of them guys who was about the wrong shit. But even in Nip's situation, being a gangster, being a Crip member, he needed somebody like that on his team when it got to stuff like that. But the guy, Eric Holder, is said to be one of Nipsey's shooters on some street shit. It's actually pictures of him and Nipsey in the same photo when Nipsey's with the crew. But what happened is that Eric Holder did some shit that landed him in jail. And the shit that he did was supposed to carry a heavy sentence. But he got out surprisingly early. So that word spread around that he was snitching. So it's not any confirmed documentation on what he was snitching about. But for what he did, the crime was definitely supposed to be looking at maybe like a 10-year sentence. But for somebody to get out in a month, that definitely raises eyebrows on some street shit like, So that's what Nipsey confronted him about when he said he a snitch. You know, you might be snitching. And Nipsey, he wasn't with security, he wasn't with shooters. This is his backyard. This is where he live, work, and play. So, when he said that, you have to keep in mind the perspective that because Nipsey got respect in the 100 sets, like he said, nobody's going to make that call on Nipsey. But that also makes Nipsey the type of guy where if he says you snitching, it's law. In that area of Crenshaw, Slauson, and Compton, in LA, California. So the guy flipped out, took it as a threat on his life, because basically you a dead man. If Nip say this, you know Nip got 1 million troops behind him in this city. So what are you going to do? But it ain't like Nip put the word out on him, but the guy just took it as a threat on his life. That's why he killed Nipsey. It's a bipolar flip out on that shit. So it's not gang related in the sense that this was some Bloods versus Crip shit. It's not money motivated on the sense where a dude was trying to get money off Nip because he was already on Nip payroll. And it's not related to Dr. Sebi. You know what I mean? Like, it takes some balls and some audacity to kill this man on his own property, you know, that he worked out of for years, you know. It's not just anybody that'll do some shit like that. But for this guy, you know, to be as street as Eric Holder or Shitty Cuz was, and for this man to also be probably your only source of income other than crime life of robbing, stealing, killing, hit shit like that. If this is your primary source of income and money and it's getting cut off, and you know you're gonna be cut off from the set because of your suspected activity, and I feel like in his mind, he saw it as the only way that he can stop this word from getting out is to kill Nip, because if Nip say this, it's law. So, makes sense too. You know, and then one of those moments of, okay, what the fuck did I just do afterwards? You know, what am I doing? Or not even what the fuck did I just do? What do I do now? You know,
you don't think they could have set him up or something? You don't think they could have set him up off that? Like,
nah.
Like,
you don't think them folks came in and said, we like, we can get you out of jail?
You feel me? Like, you just gotta do this.
Nah, because he's still gonna end up going to jail. And he gonna either die on the streets. He was gonna either die on the streets or he's gonna die in jail.
That bitch is so
they could put that nigga.
He would have lived in jail with the first sentence, but he wouldn't have lived on the streets with trying to kill Nip.
Cause they could tell us anything, but they could be like, yeah. Then it's just like how they tried to tell him he went into the mental facility. Like,
I mean, that can give you a better
that was
play on that, but that's a legal play.
Yeah, his lawyer told him to do that.
It ain't his lawyer.
That ain't his lawyer.
They trying to play that shit off.
I mean, that mean from legal
just
perspective.
On some devil advocate shit. I feel like
they got this shit down.
Basically, what you saying, I feel like that's a good front story.
Nah, I mean, because that story is not on news, it's not on media outlets, it's not anywhere.
But that sound good though. It sound great.
No, I mean, these are from people insiders that I know. That's connected to the All Money In brand. You know, probably 2 to 3 degrees of separation. My man's told me this, which works with certain writers from certain big hip hop blogs, which is responsible for doing some interviews with Nipsey and working with the All Money In team. So that ain't on no news media source, that ain't on Twitter, that ain't on Instagram, that ain't on YouTube, that ain't nowhere else. That's just from me, what I got from my source.
I'm just traumatized from all the bullshit these niggas do.
I mean, we gotta find something to believe in because of the magnitude of the situation.
Absolutely.
We gotta let everybody else get their take in.
Yeah. You got something on that, bro?
What do you believe happened?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Like, really just going back to my understanding of the Bible. Like, even the words say the issues of death belong to the Most High. So, what that's basically saying is that before a soul leave this earth, he gotta approve of it. He gotta approve of that. So, the fact that he allowed it to happen, knowing the things Nipsey had going on, or knowing that the path he was on, the fact that he allowed it to happen, he had to see some type of validity in his death. He had to see the marches through the streets or the impacts with different cities before we did. He had to see that for him to let that happen. So I feel like even if it was government, or even if it was just jealousy, if God let that happen, bro, like, it was definitely for a reason. Cause you gotta realize it's certain guys out here that's still gang banging, that's still in a serious life of sin that he let live. So if he allowed a man like that to die, it had to be for a reason. You feel me? Because that's a man that was, like, his whole purpose, like, even through just reading the word, but he, all throughout the Bible, he was looking down into the earth to see where he could find a righteous man. He was looking into the earth where he could see, you feel me, where he could find men who had a chance of becoming men of God or becoming righteous men. So the fact that he saw that in him, if he still allowed a man like that to pass, it was for a reason, bro, because all throughout the word, he looking for men like that. So I feel like even he knew the impact of his death and, like, the impact it will have on us. So, like, I don't know, it's really hard for me to tell, just having that understanding, bro, because I know everything happened for a reason, and it got to go through him, you feel me, before it happened anyway. So I feel like the fact that he let that happen, bro, like, he definitely knew it was for a reason. So whether it was for government or through the government or just through the streets, I feel like, man, like, it was his death served a purpose. You feel me? So that's really how I feel about it. Just having that type of understanding about how death is actually taken forth, or, you feel me, how it actually take place. But yeah, that's how I feel about it, man. It was for a reason, because we can see the reason it was for, how much it caused, how much inspiration it came from it. You feel me? God, bro, he ain't gonna let a nigga pass, bro. Like, if he gotta continue with purpose, like, I feel like he definitely set a strong enough example for us. I forgot where I heard it, but an old nigga told me, bro, he was like, man, when God see you reach a certain level, bro, a certain level where he approve of, he'll go and take you before you mess around and switch and get on something else. You feel me? Like, he see you at a certain level of righteousness, bro, he'll go and take you. But that's just my understanding, though, man.
Yeah. What you got, D?
I mean, like, without having any real information on the situation, like, without having any physical evidence outside of what they released, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things aren't beyond the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
It could be a giant mystery, you know what I mean? Or it could just be nigga flipped out.
Yeah.
The spectrum is wide, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I don't really try to do too much speculation because I don't like being wrong. And so, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really ain't got too much on it.
Yeah. Me, I love this type of shit. I love debate. I love, like, critical theory, all that bullshit. But I'm gonna begin by saying, like, anything is possible, man. Like, I ain't gonna be naive and not say it, cause I done seen UFOs or seen something, you know what I'm saying? So anything is possible, I say that. But I wanna just rebuttal what Kure and Tim was talking about, and use what Kourage was talking about, and what you said. I don't know if you noticed, but you mentioned that by killing, he mentioned it too, by somebody like that dying in this type of way, how it would spark people. And I think first you have to ask the question, why would the government kill him? And then for the government to kill somebody like that, it's actually more dangerous if that's something that they did, because that was one person.
But you
galvanize, and now you're going to create thousands upon thousands of Nipsey Hussles. Right. So he would be better alive from the government perspective than dead. So that's just a quick rebuttal on that. In regards of the situation, he always rode his bodyguard. I read an interview from his bodyguard who actually said he was retiring. He would not be a bodyguard for anybody else since Nipsey died. He said that Nipsey called him at the spur of the moment, like, I'm about to go to the marathon store, but hold back, man. I'm just going to be down there for like a minute. There's a guy that just got out of prison. Crip guy had been locked down for 20 years. He was getting him some clothes. And that's when he ran into the perp, Eric Holder. And of course, I'm pretty sure they had a heated conversation about him being a snitch. And I think that guy overreacted. And the type of compassionate person Nipsey Hussle is, he could have been got the dude done. All Nipsey Hussle wanted him to do was just step off the set. Not saying that, like, he probably, who knows what he said. He could have said, hey, man, I'm going to get with you later. You need some bread, whatever. I'll get with you. But you don't need to be seen out here. You need to get away from here. That's all he was saying. And the dude took it personal. He overreacted. And like I said in the group chat.
Hold on. I don't want to interrupt you. But let's also not act like Nip was not a street nigga, because he might have said, nah, you snitching, bro. We can't fuck.
Absolutely. I mean, he had to ignite the nigga, though.
Nigga in the street in the war.
So, let's not put that out there.
You cute. What, nigga? Pow! Slap the gay out of here, nigga.
Let me say this.
Let me finish up. I just want to throw that in there.
Yeah, I had almost lost my train of thought. But yeah, that's real. Anything.
He wanted him to step off the set at the end of the day.
Basically. Whether it was in an aggressive way or in a compassionate way, he just wanted the nigga to get the fuck on. Because if niggas seen him out there, it was going to be some problems.
Yeah.
You know, so when we started arguing about this in the group chat, my theories was like, man, there's got to be some gang shit. There had to be some personal shit. I said them. I mean, y'all know I said that, so it seemed like it was personal. The guy took it personal. If you all watched the video, he shot him. Then he came back again and shot him some more. Then on the third time, he kicked him in the face and shot him. Like, that's senseless, man. And I like to parallel that to shit that go on in Birmingham, man. Like, everybody in this room knows somebody that was a cool cat who did a lot, just was taking care of their family. And they got into a petty argument, and somebody just shot him over some stupid shit, and they've been taken away from this earth. You know, but like you said, everything could potentially happen for a reason. And that just help galvanize people, help energize people to live a better life and to live in a better way. But just to debunk like the whole government thing, normally when the government kill certain political figures, it's because of specific agendas. The government, as we know it today, they want people to be self-reliant and independent. So a person in the hood that's educating people on how to be self-reliant and independent, that's like an ally of the government. Hell, if we all look at shit, the government taking programs from our community. So a nigga like that helping the community in that way, they wouldn't dare get rid of them. They more so when you look at King or when you look at somebody like Che Guevara or Malcolm X, they killed them because of their political perspectives. Martin Luther King was creating a universal union, poor man's union, when he got murdered. And that's exactly why he got murdered. Che Guevara was exposing the Western civilization political landscape of raping South America and Africa and Asia. He was exposing them in a big way, and they did his ass. Malcolm X. I can go on and on. So, I mean, so I feel like, and you also got to look at, Nip was actually about to meet with the LAPD about some gang shit. He had met with them before, but he was about to meet with them again the next day. So, and if you look at the LAPD commissioner, he was fucking distraught in the press conference when they, he talked about Nipsey Hussle dying. So, I mean, anything is possible, but I just want to put that out there. And also with the documentary shit, man, if a nigga had to get killed for a documentary, man, it's supposed to be a lot of motherfuckers dead for documentaries. Michael Moore, the motherfuckers who made Food Inc., the Philip Morris cigarette documentary. I mean, all the motherfuckers supposed to have got killed. So I just wanted to quickly debunk that and just transition into the next shit because I want to get Kourage on this shit.
Well,
Like,
before we go there, I do want to go back to the replay button because I'm gonna give props to Tim because he definitely broke the story in our group chat. I just messing with you, but yes, he definitely broke the story in the group chat with the link saying Nip got shot. Then he said Nip might be dead. He said, man, that shit fucked up. And then he said, man, he was coming out with that documentary. So you gotta own that. That's the first thing you threw out there. You gotta own that.
I was saying it like,
and man, I feel like the government was behind
yeah,
this.
but I was saying like, damn, that nigga was coming out with the documentary. Not saying like that was the reason he got killed. I was saying like, damn, man, nigga ain't get a chance to finish his documentary. Like, that's what I was saying. And then like,
okay, because I was about to say,
yeah, because I'm like, nigga.
I
mean, we all like,
I'm owning it, but I ain't mean it in that way. I'm like, damn, the nigga was doing some shit and didn't get a chance to finish.
I will say the one thing that did piss me off about this though, not even piss me off, but it just put that bad distaste in my mouth. Like, you fucking nigga. Like, was Nick Cannon like inciting the idea that he was killed behind the documentary? They can't kill us all.
Cannon did that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm gonna finish what Nip started. They can't kill us all.
That was kind of like
I'm gonna put my money behind this Dr. Sebi documentary.
He got like a little podcast.
Get your ass out of here! Like,
somebody said that they were like, if Nick Cannon die right now, niggas gonna go download all this music. Fuck no, nigga, he got us fucked up.
Niggas still ain't gonna be listening.
Come on, we might goddamn
watch
Wildin' Out.
Y'all niggas watch that.
And that's an episode, everybody. That's a favorite episode on that shit. It ain't cause of Nick, goddamn. It's cause of who the guest. Carlos Miller, shit.
But yeah, I mean Nick's spoken words are fire. I give him that, but. Nah, I just didn't like that he was inciting the idea behind the Dr. Sebi.
If he can go back, he probably would, you get him on the record, he probably backtrack though at this point in time.
Man, that nigga would backtrack a lot of
things
in his
career.
Probably,
yeah. But yeah, man, I want to talk about this. Like, to me, and I said this in the group chat, man, it wasn't no different. What happened to Nip is no different than what we see every fucking day. And I'm glad you here, man, because you staying pile and you really in the streets.
Scoot up a little bit closer, Kure. We don't want to come in. So,
you see this, you know what I'm saying? You see what happened to Nipsey. That happened every day to our peers, guys that I'm sure y'all graduated with. Most definitely niggas that we graduated with. We can name a few. Hell, Eugene. Yeah, I know you know, man. So let's just talk about how that parallels to our community, man. And I just want to give you the flow and you talk about what just needs to be done. Like, I know you have I like your perspective, man. You got a good Christian perspective, but I want you to like talk about the Christian perspective, but talk about like what needs to be done for the people that may not receive your Christian perspective. You know what I'm saying? Just talk about what needs to be done, man. You got the flow for it.
Well, just as well as I'm a leader, man, or artist or DJ and things, I'm also a writer.
Yeah.
Like, one thing God has put on my heart to write about is why hatred exists amongst us as young black men. And one of my creative writings is titled Stranger Danger. And it basically explains how, as a people, most of us don't take the chance to get to know the next man on our own. You feel me? It's usually organizations and car clubs and unique groups and just any occasions or moments that bring young men together who were once strangers. You feel me? Bring them, like, whether it's for a moment or whether it's for a long time, any occasion that brought men together, it allowed them to get to know each other. And that's an action that they wouldn't have did on their own.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like one of the main solutions is really speaking to one another and really, like, healing a culture of hatred. A culture of hatred consists of the evil sides we give each other, you feel me? Like, not speaking and the disrespect. It's a whole culture of hatred that surrounds why we do the things we do. So I feel like as a solution, bro, we gotta really start healing the aspects of that a culture of hatred. I mean, when we see a young man, we gotta, just in the streets, we gotta speak to him. Like, what's up, bro? You straight? How you doing? You feel we gotta start talking more, bro. Cause like I said, as a people, we don't want to take them chance to get to know each other. You feel me? And it's like it really highlights moments that bring young men together, whether it's youth programs or whether it's just any occasion that brought people together, whether it's the candlelight visual that we just went to. But it's moments like that that save lives, bro, because it's moments like that that bring men together who were once strangers, and it allows us to gain some type of love for each other. Because when we see each other in the street, bro, it's nothing that makes us want to have love or respect for that person. If I go to the store, the local corner store, I see a man, it's nothing that make me want to have respect for him. No group, no organization, no recent moments together, none of that. So it's like, it's those moments and people that's working to bring people together that's really saving lives, bro. Because just say a man brought together 15 young men who don't know each other. What he doing is saving lives, because it's like he really, in those moments, they allowed to get to know each other, and when they get back on the street, they gonna cross paths whether they know it or not. But because of moments like that, they're able to gain some type of love for the people who they don't know.
The main side, yeah, I feel
so
that.
You feel me? As a solution, I feel like we gotta get to know each other more. You feel me? Whether that's speaking, whether that's, you feel me, getting down with the movement, or not just our movement, but people who really got movements geared towards stopping the violence. But we gotta definitely just get to know each other more, man. Just speak and just. It's a lot of things for real. That's just one aspect, bro. Speaking.
Let me ask you this, man. I don't know if you already got something already in play, but like, what events do you know? I mean, you got to give your your creative ideas away, but like, what you looking towards doing, like in in Piling, Winona, just greater Birmingham area to incite this?
Well, as a young man, I believe that change starts with the older generation. I know us as young men, we the ones with the problem, but I feel like we had an example we could see on a daily basis that'll kind of give us a better inspiration. So one of the things I got going is a campaign called the Unified Neighbors Campaign. And it's basically like me knowing that Birmingham got 99 neighborhoods, and each neighborhood got a president over each one. So God allowed me to be the president of my neighborhood. It really just put me on a bigger platform. So with the campaign, I'm gonna try to get 30 people from each neighborhood to be a part of the campaign. So if God willing and that take off, that's 2,970 people. That's all.
I like that you did the math on that.
I know, right?
Oh yeah, it's real, bro. Yeah, but the whole purpose of the campaign is to form a leading body of residents who can promote a spirit of love, unity, and nonviolence. Because I feel like the problems that exist in our neighborhood, whether it's the crime, whether it's the gun violence, whether it's the trash, or just a culture of hatred, all these things create this, or all these things contribute to the spirit that's over our neighborhoods. All these things contribute to the spirit that's accountable for murder, accountable for civil disobedience, and all these different things. So I feel like a campaign with that many people, bro, pushing a spirit of love, unity, and nonviolence, reconstructing the spirit that's over our neighborhood, that'll be a start. As well as us as young men having an example to see a body of men that big, you feel me, a body of old people that big, because the campaign really to appeal to the eyes of older people. So I feel like we'll be setting an example with the campaign for the older people. Then with the movement, we'll be setting an example of guys our age that appeal to guys our age. We can unify different guys from different hoods and stuff like that. Really getting them to take a stand with us. And with the youth programs that we got going, we about to start youth programs. It's gonna basically consist of really different discussions, like different topics, and within those topics, different conversation starters that we can really talk to them about. Like really pass out flyers to different middle schools, high schools, and get a solid youth program going to the point where we touching the youth too, just as well as the old, middle-aged, and the young. So I feel like putting all these things in motion, bro, like over time, bro, we gonna have a variety of just ages really just taking heed to this life that's being shared, bro, or this love that's being passed around. So I feel like that's really why I stand with the community, where all of us stand, because it's an us thing, man. It's really God's vision. But when all that pop out, bro, we're gonna have a lot of stuff going on, bro.
Yeah.
All ages, man.
I feel that, man. And anybody out there watching and listening, definitely get behind this brother. He for real.
That, man.
It's other cats that's doing stuff, but this guy actually have a plan. I ain't gonna say no names. This guy actually got a plan, and he for real, and his shit gonna really work.
Appreciate that.
Of course, we got 99 hoods in Birmingham.
Are you for real, nigga? You know that?
Yeah, I'm getting that tattoo. I'm gonna get
You know, now you know some of them. Now you know some of them white neighborhoods too.
Fuck 99 hoods in Birmingham.
I'm just fucking with him, but no, for real. I'm not sure you've been down to the city council to propose in the form of things, but yeah, anytime you go, man, let us know. Send us an email or something, 'cause I definitely want to be a part and just support, man.
I want to share my story of like how I met them because
Yeah.
In the dice game?
Huh? Nah, not quite. It was on the block though. But nah, man, they like y'all know I do the block party every year. We give out school supplies and all of that. I don't know if it was the first year or not that they attended, but I didn't know them. I don't even think I met them. I think the
What year was
monastery
this?
invited this out.
Probably like
2016 or 17? 2017.
It was 17.
Yeah, it was 2017. And they was actually out there. They enjoyed themselves like, you know, everybody else. You know, the block party kind of like that's my thing of what I give back. And I just really do it for the neighborhood so we can have our own day. I know on that day ain't nothing crazy gonna happen except for that one time my dad got to arguing with the cable man for moving the roadblocks and everybody almost shot the cable man. That's a different story though. But
Oh, Nip. You got to get off set now, nigga. Shoot.
But I mean, cause it's, you know how my dad is, man. It's just kids in the street playing. We got shit. We can't drive down the street. Not right now. No, like go around. But they show like I met them sometime in the middle between the 2017 block party and the 2018 block party. Probably a few months, maybe like 4 or 5 months beforehand. Yeah. But they were telling me they was at the block party. I was like, oh, word, that's dope. But then they also showed me a picture of them sitting in my mom's yard at the block party. They whole crew just like on some hood and posing in the picture.
You was rapping in. Y'all niggas was rapping in.
We rapping.
Yeah.
Went on shit like that.
But it was just cool to see like, man, that's y'all in my mama yard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But also with that picture came, you know, they gave me the background on it that, 2 homies that's in that picture are no longer here with us because of a lot of the street shit that happened in the community.
Shootings.
So to see them doing the work that they doing now, you know what I mean, and understanding like, damn, I'm looking at this picture like, you know, it was a happy time for them as much as it was a happy time for me as well. You know, just being able to put it together, but to understand that even with them, you know, having to have their foot in this same neighborhood that I grew up off of, being, you know, a half generation younger than me, and also seeing them make a bigger like, I could never be president of Pilot, I'm tell you that now. So
that's a big deal, though.
But to have a homie that I know personally now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we done music together, but outside of music, like, I vouch for this guy, you know, as a stand-up person. He's probably one of the best people from my community. I've been there for his video shoot and know how and see how he talked to the neighbors on the street. Mr. Such, neighbors on the street, Mr. Such and such, we're gonna be doing this. Is that cool? Like, yeah, go ahead. Like,
it's
to really be community connected.
Just off the strength of respect.
You know what I'm saying? Because the neighbors know how he get down. Yeah. But to see somebody like him in the position that he's in, that's a beautiful thing to me, because I promise you, like, you know, we from nearby communities, Raleigh, West End, we know Inslee, Scooter, you know what I'm saying, Poverty. Like, that's all one central hub on the west side for real. But at the same time, because we all grew up in different places, when we was out there, we was not trying to be no fucking presidents of the community. Like, that was last thing. Man, I didn't know those positions existed. So, you know, but to see y'all come forward and take action in a different way, because I can only hand out so many backpacks. You know what I'm saying? I can only create one safe day on the calendar for my neighborhood. But to see y'all being, you know, putting yourself in a place to make change, know that y'all got a solid team, y'all as a whole, you know what I'm saying? When I see all y'all together, like, even on some music, I never try to break up what y'all got, because that's real. Like, hold on to that. And the fact that y'all actually get out here and you're doing the work on a political front, because they know I said every episode I only
This
fuck
nigga
with
apolitical than the
politics
motherfucker.
enough to know what I don't fuck with. It's not my field. That's not what I do. I'm more about the action. But it does take people in that position
said it.
to make it work.
Remember he said in that song, so what if our schemes got political, you know?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm talking about, the line he said.
I understand that. You know, but I'm not the person to do it. But also it does give me a different perspective, knowing that I got somebody I can go to if I need to do something in my community. I definitely don't follow politics on a national level, but knowing that it starts at the ground level of home base, knowing that I got a homie in office that I can call if need be, or he can call my line, like whatever you need to get stuff going in the neighborhood, I'm there for, because it's my neighborhood, and it's really your neighborhood now. Y'all neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Besides, KJ knows every good politic need a crook, nigga. What's up? Need you a shooter. I heard you was hiring. I got a motherfucking revolver right back there. Boy. I'm dead.
Got one too.
I like this nigga already.
No, y'all got pistols. They got the shit you gotta load with the stick in the barrel and shit. Put the fire in the gun and make the shit fire.
It ain't that old. Bitch, they oiled up and ready. She fine. I like big girls.
So that's the shit.
That definitely mean a lot though, bro. We definitely take motivation.
For sure though, bro. That's what's
you
up,
got it, man.
What you trying to run like man and all that shit?
Nah, bro. Like my desire really is to just be amongst the people, bro. Like we were talking about earlier. I don't really see myself going on higher. Like I see myself going higher in the fruit I'm producing.
Right.
But as far as position wise, I don't really need that to do what I'm trying to do.
Right.
I feel like the position I got was really to just tie me in with different neighborhoods so that I can, you feel me?
Expand your reach.
Yeah, but as far as going any higher than that, I feel like I got the ultimate thing in the game was the Most High. So I feel like when I got him, it was really like that's all I needed to do the things I need to do. So I don't feel like I need to step no higher to do what I'm trying to do.
And I definitely got something I gotta holler at you about off camera and off the mic.
And
we're gonna make that happen.
And for the homeboys right here, you might not make it in rapping because your motherfucking hands too big. Don't you know?
The Michael Jackson
nigga. I keep looking at the nigga stretch his hands. They about to slap me. Oh, so you used to it makes sense.
Hoop for we know
It makes sense. You don't want a championship team? Yeah. Okay, it makes sense. Nigga, you need to go in the security guard. Shit, he slap a nigga not even in the room yet. Bow! Hey man, who slapped me? I did.
Man, let's lighten it up real quick since we're getting silly, man. I hate to beat a dead horse, but let's just talk about, now we're going to talk about the fuckery. Let's talk about your boy Future. Let's talk about Future and Kodak Black.
I definitely said Kodak and the
Kodak Black. You know, that nigga done walked them comments back now. They on this goddamn mask. They talking about taking the songs off the radio and shit. That mean he fucking up the church money.
Illuminati.
Yeah, he fucking up, man. But did you see what your boy Future said, Tim? We're gonna talk about that.
He said something as rest in peace, Courtney Nickel, Kourage. You know what I'm saying? Ratchet. He said something to was another nigga that did rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say his name. I'm gonna make nigga look super bad. But nigga, when I got the call that Courtney had died, you know what I'm saying? A couple more folks had called me. One of these lame ass niggas had the nerve to say, man, I'm one of the last few niggas in the set, man. They kept trying to kill all the real niggas. Nigga, what this shit got to do with you? You know what I'm saying? What this shit got to do with you? We all know what you about, guy. You know what I'm saying? You just want some ass. That's it. That's it. We knew what my nigga Courtney was about, you know what I'm saying? Couple scholarships, was on somebody's team, you know what I'm saying? But was one of the guys that just didn't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Didn't want to let
He did, and I believe he did what he did because of, you know what I'm saying? What it was, and
his environment.
And he was gonna never leave. You know what I'm saying? You know who I'm already talking about. He was gonna never leave.
We grew up on the same block.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But you never seen one without the other.
Yeah.
So you know if
I checked on him when he got out. Like, had him over here, had some drinks with him. Like,
he alright.
Yeah, he good. He's still wild.
He's still wild.
That's my
silly
nigga.
as hell.
That nigga.
Hey, so we like, man, you get fat.
Man, look, we was on the football team and we known enough to get off subject, but that nigga was like,
Man, fuck this shit, Bobby World. Me, of course. Think how many niggas in the league my side make it to the NFL, bitch? Fuck all this shit. Shit stupid.
One time, like
that's my point of hood nigga being a
oh
genius.
yes, no.
He already knew. Okay, this the card I've been dealt with. How else I'm gonna get to my next level of being successful?
But keep in mind, the niggas was like all state players too.
That's what I'm saying. He already had the key, but he already thinking like, okay,
I can go to college, but I ain't going to the
yeah, but this what I really want to do. But it's a gap keeping me numberly.
Statistically,
A nigga my size, my height don't make it as far as this college to that next level. And it's because of my size, my height. It ain't because I ain't good. It's because of on the chart, he get hit one good time. What we gonna do with this big ass contract type shit? You know what I'm saying? He ain't got the body, he got the speed, he got the moves. I'm just being honest. Like you right now, nigga, you could be number one in your class, but look how little you is. Who really gonna take you number one pick in NFL right now?
I respect that, but we was definitely talking about Future.
Yeah, but I'm way off. But yeah, bro, I'm just saying, like,
my guy too.
some hood niggas really see like, okay, I ain't gonna make it here. What's another way to make it? And it's a door that's like super open always. It ain't gonna never close. We know the consequences to the shit, death or prison. You know what I'm saying? We still take that risk instead of debt or, you know what I'm saying, getting put out your house. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Future lame though, bro. He lame. Kodak, I feel like this Kodak though. Like if Kodak didn't say this, yeah, Kodak always say some slime shit. Kodak is the hood Kanye West.
Nah.
As far as speaking out and saying dumb shit.
He be saying
Not that dumb. Kanye ain't say stupid shit like that. He want to fuck a dyke.
Thing about Kanye,
Kodak
bro, I don't
stupid
feel like
shit,
Kanye be saying dumb shit, bro. I feel like he just go over niggas' heads.
Yeah. Or
He
saying
don't say
exotic
dumb
shit. He don't.
Yeah, he don't say
Kodak
dumb
just
shit.
on some ignorant.
Yeah.
Not ignorant.
It's just
ignorant
Kodak,
shit.
bro.
Wow.
sometimes Kanye be talking out his ass, man.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Like,
he saying
no,
stupid
bro.
shit. I mean, he say some just extra
It
type
be
shit.
extra, but it just be like, bro, you gotta listen, and you gotta. It be like, bro, you just gotta understand the mind frame that he coming from.
Yeah,
That
it
shit
be all
kind of
over
like
the place.
way. It's kind of like a head, and then it's like it's a way that you gotta say it too.
he be
And
saying
it's a
shit
way you
wrong.
gotta present it.
Yeah, he's
Kanye don't know how to present
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, it's a way you gotta present that shit.
To bring clarity to the topic, what we were referring to was that it's a picture. It's a picture that somebody posted. I forgot who it was exactly. It's another like industry producer that somebody posted, and it was like, "Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle." Last of a dying breed, something to that effect.
yeah.
Future ass got on the comment post and was like, yeah, man, it ain't many of us out here left like that. I've been teaching and preaching to niggas for years. What? Boy, if you don't get your goddamn ass out these comments. You know what I'm saying? We been teaching us how to take the right combination of drugs and make it to the next day. Nigga,
Be
I don't
depressed.
hear your shit at this time right now. You're like,
Yeah, man, he need to shut the fuck up.
Really, that nigga need a nap.
Yeah, man.
like, it was
Kodak need a nap too, goddamn.
Kodak just, it's weird. It's almost like the Soldier Boy syndrome, if we can coin that as a term.
Yeah, Soulja Boy 6ix9ine, all that. He on that.
Nah,
The viral virus, though.
Not even
Yeah.
the viral virus. That was a good thing. Yes,
I stole
you
it.
heard it here on Sankofa.
Nah, I
Suite.
stole it.
Fuck that. You heard it here on Sankofa Suite. The viral virus, and that's what Kodak Black is on. And the reason I feel like that because a lot of times, like I said, man, when these he's not necessarily a child star, but for somebody that pops at like 16, 17, start making money off hood shit, and especially of this younger generation that don't give a fuck, and he's been living in that for like the past 3-4 years. He still don't understand the magnitude because he got money.
Man, that
He's
nigga
well
make-
off, but
that
he's
nigga
still
make
trying his
Haitians
best to
look
be a
bad,
hood
man.
nigga.
That nigga make Haitians look bad, though.
Man, Sapa said, Nabule, all the Haitian
he make
homies.
them
I ain't
motherfuckers
Haitian, I
bad.
just fuck with y'all. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kodak definitely fucking it up for y'all.
What the hell
But-
you be saying when you say that?
Sapa said, Nabule.
You said it again, yeah.
Sapa said, it's like, what's up? And Nabule is the appropriate response.
So you answered your own question.
Yeah, but that's what you say to Haitian. You say, if a Haitian say Sapa said, you say Nabule.
That's cool. We got a nigga that think he Haitian. You got a nigga that think he Mexican. I'm cool with that. What you think you is?
I don't think I'm Haitian. But I do think I probably was not Bob, but Marvin Gaye in my past life, but that's another story.
Yeah, that's definitely another story.
I'm
Man.
so weak. But on the other hand, this nigga definitely roasted Future ass.
Yeah, let's talk about the
Oh,
rules.
you would have found a comment.
Yeah, I was fine.
Yeah, talk about them guys.
Read us the live print
Yeah.
from the comment.
Alright.
Lean forward, please, because you're chilling like a motherfucker.
Future said, yeah, we do need more like us. I've been teaching and preaching for a decade, also showing and proving what hard work and dedication get you. Eagle emoji, pound RP nip. That nigga said at Future, nigga, I know you ain't comparing yourself to Nip. I rocks with your music. He said I rocks with some of your music. But you need to sit the fuck down. He said you haven't done shit for your son, let alone your community, and all you rap about is bitches, drugs, addiction, and a bunch of bullshit. Don't ever compare yourself to a man like Nip. Make sure you're able to compare yourself to a man like Dangerous Russ Wilson.
Sweep that nigga up.
Sandman.
What else, man? God
He
damn.
said Dangerous Russ Wilson first, motherfucker. What the fuck was? He said what the fuck?
But the mother man.
He said what the fuck? What's one thing you've been teaching other than Molly Percocet's stick talk and low life? Sit your goof ass down.
Just sit your goof ass down with exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark.
And whose post is that?
This is boosted _ with 2 S's.
Shout out to boosted _.
I know you got some
might
more.
just gotta
I know we got some more. But I know we got
That's
some more.
all I seen, you bro. That's all I seen.
There's some more out there. That was
That was a
it was on
screenshot.
that nigga.
That was a screenshot.
It was on his head.
But yeah, that was definitely funny.
Shout out to that one. That was the flame hitter with the ether on that one.
Sit your goofy ass down. They ain't even wet over the year.
This
Yeah.
nigga,
I'm just thinking
Russell
like,
Wilson,
that
new
was probably
nickname
the
is
best.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
That nigga said, first of all,
That's like his Twitter name, ain't it? Dangerous
For
Wilson.
real?
I don't know. I thought
don't
it
know.
was, but yeah, man.
Shout
I'm
out
pretty
to
sure that was
Dangerous.
probably like one of the best ones. That's why
Yeah,
Check
that
out
might be- that might
Russell
be-
Westbrook went to read that comment. Was like, oh, bang, look at this one. Somebody added me in there. Call me dangerous.
I seen one they had a picture of Russell Wilson with a goddamn Hawaii shirt on. He was like, Future, shut your ass up. You got your girl got took by a nigga that looked like that. I was like, God damn. That's what his ass
Crazy.
get though, man. He need to go sit down somewhere for real.
Definitely fucked that one up.
Didn't Russell West, Dangerous
Russell
Wilson?
Wilson.
Yeah.
Danger, man.
You talking about Westbrook in the 20
No.
in the 2020 game?
RDW. Can we call that nigga that now? RDW.
Go ahead, run with it.
Yeah, so RDW. Then he married a white chick at first, and he came
Yeah.
back to the light.
Yeah.
That's my nigga.
Golden Tate was fucking his
fall
wife.
down.
That's
Bob
what
need to
happened.
get his book.
Man, don't call
Man,
out on me
look,
like
man.
that on the podcast.
I can't stand the nickname.
Man, let that man do his
I
thing,
say
man.
no whole
Hey,
name.
hey.
You going to the goddamn
I'm that motherfucker. He know me. Everybody. I'm your motherfucking uncle that don't cover his mouth up at the dinner table.
I ain't got nothing on that. I don't know nothing about that.
I bet you don't.
Man,
I do.
I don't know nothing about
look.
that. I'm glad I'm out of some shit.
I love my nigga.
Man, look, this nigga been having the same issue forever, man.
Since we've been
Yeah,
19.
This ain't nothing new about
18.
This something new to America. Listen here, America. I'm one of the racist motherfuckers you gonna never meet. You hear what I'm talking about?
Man, your ass true.
I don't
What
care.
else we got, man? We is on time, man, because I'm good for the week.
We still got about like 20 minutes left. We want to stretch to 2 hours.
Y'all got anything, man?
I still think we need to have an opinion and conversation about this porno popo.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Get a spill on that wheel, and let these cats talk about this.
PG.
man.
Let me find this motherfucking name because we need to at him personally on this shit. Get
But
through
see-
a whole
I don't
segment.
want no smoke. I
Right.
got folks that live on.
Man, fuck that.
Now you talking shit all in this.
No,
chat.
because any job you get has a code of ethics, a code of conduct. You mean tell me policemen don't got this job?
But no.
And they can arrest people on off duty? You don't mean you gotta behave a certain way as an off-duty police officer?
From the initial article, they said he was reprimanded for it, man. They said he was like suspended or whatever for the shit.
Man.
And that happened years ago.
Man. They watched that shit in the fucking break room, nigga.
Hey, one of his best bros.
He showed that shit to his fellow officers.
It's like straight.
You on TV? Alright, let me break it down for people.
What happened? Like, I don't
There's find his name in
Pleasant
the
Grove
chat.
police officer.
There's a Pleasant Grove police officer here in the city. Corey gonna look up his name in the group chat. This motherfucker, him and his wife, I give him credit for that.
She's
it's
a
him and his
teacher.
wife. She's a teacher here. Code of conduct, code of ethics. But these motherfuckers they went on Playboy TV and filmed a porno in reality television. But you work as a police officer at Pleasant Grove and a school teacher in the school system. There is no way you should be able to publicly personify yourself like that. That's probably the monastery. They see the stream, they pulling up. But
Stephon Kaylor.
Stephon Kaylor and
You
Miss
told me you was gonna
Steven.
get goddamn text.
Maybe
I'll
Steve.
forget what
No, it could be Stephon or Steven.
I don't give a fuck.
Steven Kaylor.
Yes.
We're gonna say Steven because he's white.
Steven Kaylor. But yeah, these motherfuckers got a porno on Playboy TV.
Come on, nigga.
Shot on some reality style shit that they definitely did not need to do. But yeah, it's some bullshit. The shit is on fucking X videos, like a legit porn site. It comes on paid TV for like Playboy TV if you buy that shit with your direct TV package or whatever. Like it's a reality show, but they making porn. You should not be able to keep your job after nationally broadcasting yourself in that manner. And I'm supposed to trust you with my life, nigga?
Right.
You out here shooting black people and porn, my nigga? No, like, and
Trust you with my
possibly,
kids.
and you know what I'm saying? Like, how your white kids at school? You out here doing porn? You know what I'm saying? No, bro.
He's shooting
Might
film,
be
shooting
trying to fuck
blanks,
my
shooting
son.
niggas.
Like, no.
His hands above your head is a different
Legs above your head.
Wait, you that cop that was filming?
I mean, man.
Spread him.
I refuse.
I refuse.
Let me ask this, man. Is you got an issue with it because a white police officer fucking on camera? Because motherfuckers be fucking on camera.
They
all the
fuck on
time.
camera, but that's their profession.
I mean, amateur
That nigga
shit
the
too,
police,
man.
I mean, yeah, but get a fucking porn.
Man, we got a whole
amateur
some type of
account.
standard.
You don't go on TV and do that shit on national TV
Okay, so that's what we draw the line.
Yes,
Line
because-
as police officer.
because
And a teacher.
look,
I'm glad
white.
you said that.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, I work for a company. It's a telecommunications. Everybody know I work for. Fuck it. I just ain't got no job. But so I work for a Fortune 50 telecommunication company in America. I know, which is why my real name is not on the internet, that for even shit outside of work that I do, if I'm connected with this company in some way, form, or fashion, if I say I work for them on my Facebook page takes off, does something nationally crazy, they can fire me for misrepresentation of the company because of their code of ethics and their code of conduct.
True.
So you mean to tell me that these companies that like I work for, these broadcast communication companies, these manufacturers, these other companies that work in customer service, we got code of conduct and ethics where we can't behave negatively if we're publicly connected with this company.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can lose my job for that, and my job is over the phone. This motherfucker's a policeman and a teacher. It's bigger than customer service. You are working with people's lives, and you out here fucking off in your spare time on TV. Like,
I talked my way out of one of his tickets.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
He pulled me over with a 3 pounds. You know you're going down for this. No, I'm not. I know who you are. So which porn star you really want to fuck?
you know what I'm
Pinky,
saying?
she's nice. Whatever. This is shit.
But it doesn't.
I get what you're saying, I see what you're drawing the line at, because I don't see nothing wrong with fucking on camera.
There's nothing
But
wrong with that.
It's just the nigga, the goddamn police. They
And you
arrest
can't
people
represent your
for
job
fucking
for
in
that
public.
shit, though. Yeah,
Exactly.
It's like what he said. You can't represent your goddamn job like that. That's
You
just
can't.
like even with the shit I like to do. And I work for a warehouse. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows the shit that I like to do is not, you know what I'm saying, frowned upon the laws of what we work for.
Yeah.
So if I'm caught on the internet blasting one, and they actually see me pre-rolling and stuffing and doing all that extra shit, I can get fired for that shit.
Exactly.
But why can I be like, oh no, I was on this TV show.
You got an entertainment company. They don't let that shit slide.
I don't want to hear that
So,
shit.
nah, like,
I get what y'all saying. I ain't really look at it
I'm gone.
like that. But y'all, I mean, make some very compelling points though. And the nigga goddamn police officer.
Yeah, that's like
I said, they would arrest
and a police officer.
They arrest a nigga for fucking in their car. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So
My
it's
car
kinda
could be
fucked
ducked
up.
off in the back of the parkway. Nobody else in the park. Me and this policeman.
I'm
still
fucking
gonna
at
take
the
my
red
ass
light.
for public
I'm sorry.
indecency. Ain't nobody watching.
Yeah.
You gonna get your ass
I
on
get- I
TV
get
and shoot a
that.
porno.
What grade, bro? Teach like
What grade is
white?
white?
White. What grade she teach?
I couldn't
trying
be
to
one
say
of
think
them
you fucking
students.
students, man.
I'm just saying. I don't know nothing.
I couldn't be one of them students. Miss Smith, we done heard about you. You all in the group chat.
Heard
Heard
about
got your video going viral. Shoot.
That shit weird.
Are you
know what I'm
faking this?
saying? Like, that shit goofy.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. We had one of our
What are we
know.
on off?
Do
Do we need to rehash that? 'Cause y'all gonna wake me up.
that shit was
We
crazy.
gonna have to bleep our names again.
Hold on, what happened? What happened? Do we know?
Let's talk about it.
It's teacher.
It was a student
Oh, okay.
that we went to school with.
I thought you talking about R. Kelly Smith.
I took a class with her.
Shut up.
Fuck Mr. Smith, by the way. Fuck
We
you,
ain't
Mr.
bleeping
Smith.
Mr. Smith name. Fuck
Smith
that.
Kelly
Smith
got
is-
Nah, that nigga
child.
nasty though.
Yeah, he a
like,
pedophile. He anally raped a 15-year-old. Fuck you.
yeah, that nigga
Yeah, how
nasty.
about that?
Yeah, he listed as a pedophile.
And I got a personal vendetta with Mr. Smith. We ain't gonna talk about
Robert
that.
R. Kelly Smith.
Fuck that nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you about to say,
Kure?
Kure?
Oh no, I was just saying,
Philip-
just speaking on the whole thing. It was just crazy when I seen the shit on Facebook. Cause I was like, damn, I took class with that. I took fucking I took advanced math. I forgot the class, but we took Mr. Pope together.
Another bleep.
Finish your story, Q. Before I black out in this motherfucker.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, he
Don't
laughed
like
right on
Mr.
Q. No, he laughed right on Q. We got,
Hey.
I mean, right on Q.
I used to be my nigga side note. Nigga, first day in that bitch, he's like, take out his pencils, do this. Tim, let me go holler at the council because I ain't gonna make it in your class. I'm talking about third,
I
five.
should have did
I
that.
ain't have a problem.
Oh, that was easy mode. Like, that nigga
Yeah.
just bogus, dog.
Yeah, he
That nigga
just corny as hell.
Yeah.
But he was a creeper too. But
Yeah, super
that's
creepy.
why. Yeah, go ahead.
But shit, yeah, we took that class together, and shit, I ain't like, I didn't think it would get to this point, but definitely seen signs of shit. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie, when I pulled up in that bitch, I was in that bitch in a wheelchair. I had broke my leg hooping,
Okay.
and goddamn, I don't know, bro. It was just the person. She was real aggressive. Like, you could tell, like, if she get to that point, it probably would have happened. But that's all I had to say, man.
He was a teacher.
Nah, it was a student that became a teacher. She became a teacher.
Them be the freakiest ones. They be fucking them students, man.
Yeah.
They
In
do.
a whole nother state.
I didn't-
She
yeah.
became a teacher in another state and got caught. Cause I guess they said she promised the students some money or some shit. And she never gave it to him. And he outed her ass.
I would out of that ass
Lame
too.
as hell.
Yeah,
Now I'm
bro.
just talking shit. Now he was probably under pressure from his parents though, man. Parents be mad
It was a
about that
hood
shit.
nigga.
Parents
Good
still be
nigga.
mad for some reason. I don't know.
They
be
showed the
mad.
text in there or the message or whatever he sent her. He was a hood nigga. You tell by how he talk.
He misspelling that shit. You with the letter U.
Yeah, like
Hey, bro.
it was certain words he was using, like slang, and how he was threatening her ass.
He was
like,
trying to extort ass.
Yeah.
Woody
funny
emoji
as hell.
sign at the end.
Oh, First off, how you gonna try to extort a teacher?
They ain't got no
They
goddamn
got no money.
Bitch, I know you got paid this month.
straight up though, man.
Starting their ass for free lunch.
You know, look, give me an extra value meal.
So lunch numbers.
You know, look, give me
Man,
15
it almost
people.
slipped out my mouth. It's a teacher I know him very well. We talked about this before. You know what I'm talking about. You called a nigga freak ass nigga. I ain't gonna say his name because I might get in trouble. But yeah, that nigga wild. I'll put it to y'all like this. He the only teacher that had newspaper on the windows in his class.
Take a wild guess, guy.
Don't say it out loud. We
On
still
camera.
recording, man. We on
Okay.
camera.
I mean,
The nigga look like Super
Yes.
Mario.
Oh, yeah.
I just say that. The nigga like Super Mario with the
Oh,
belt.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Say
wild
shit
guess,
off
bro.
camera.
That's a wild guess, bro.
Yeah.
That can mean anything, bro.
Nah, nigga, that ain't no wild guess.
That's
That's a wild guess,
Yeah.
bro.
That's a wild nigga.
Yeah.
Nobody like him.
I kind of figured it.
They ain't like it, man.
So no nobody like him, so I just threw it out there.
Oh,
That probably
yeah.
nigga you talking about.
Yeah, that nigga, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Nah,
The nigga had newspapers on his window in the classroom.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else had newspapers on the window in the classroom in the goddamn school.
Not that he always stayed a certain type of. He was always extra clean for no reason. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that. I want to,
yeah.
but I don't. You know, we.
I wish I would have been blessed to goddamn get goddamn slide across my morning rushes one day, goddamn.
Who you talking about, Tim?
Yeah, the biggest dude that was there, we know. What you mean? Ooh.
See, I want to have what we know. I want to have what we know in the episode, man.
We gotta do that as a
that's
right.
it, yeah.
You know who the biggest dude is.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about all that. I want y'all cats to be in on
That
that
big
too.
nickname used to
We
be
know
for
the
me
shit.
was hold on.
I can stand that.
Love that bitch.
Who that?
That motherfucker went over to. He talking about Kimberly.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, boy. I had a big fucking crack, nigga. I'm sorry. Still do. I never made the comment. I would have pulled up on her and that goddamn beam. Big boy. Hey, you remember me? You told me I wasn't gonna be shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, wow. Any other topics for the night?
sorry,
man?
bro.
I'm good because I got PTSD. I'm about to start telling them we know the story. We don't need to do that yet.
So we're not doing the extra hour tonight just because we did the mix yesterday.
Live from the field.
Yeah.
Man, tell them what y'all got going on, and you know, quick shit. I know I gotta get a new chip, bro.
Yeah, man.
I need
Yeah,
to lay
bro,
him forward, bro. Like, he out the frame, like he chilling.
That nigga they called a couple of nod naps over there.
Yeah, I saw him.
That nigga
With my leg
got
That water definitely saved me. Shout out to H2O. But yeah, we got some shows coming up. We got movements, you feel me? Eliminated. We got the Brotherhood. Like I said, we just did the Nipsey candlelight today. SMC yesterday. Rocked that out. I got a show coming up next Saturday. What it is? The art Springfest. Look, bro. We was supposed to did it last week, but they moved it. And then, like, I had a show coming up, so, like, this show kind of been, like, the only thing on my mind for real. So, now I'm back to the Springfest. So, I kind of, like, was, like, hibernating that shit for a minute.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Springfest. Then, got the Kickback show coming in May. I don't know what's going to pop up in between that, but we definitely out here working. Follow us on Instagram, SSR Kourage 7. G Beats, we run this. It's an underscore before. It's definitely not an underscore before. But yeah, at G Beats, we run this, and SSR underscore Kure 7. And yeah, man.
Courage, what you
Yeah,
got
it
on
work.
for next, man? What's on next on the agenda?
We looking to throw like one official meeting with everybody who done attach themselves to the movement. Cause like even though you just see 3 right here, man, it's about 30 some folks, man. They got these shirts, man. It's really taking a stand with us. So we looking to throw like an official meeting on the 11th. Really to try to bring some ideas together, man, and really to try to present the next moves. One of our next moves is gonna be like a photo shoot. You feel me? So that's really one of our biggest things, really to bring everything together. Like everybody who done attach themselves to bring everything back in house. You feel me? Addressing things that we got a lot in the way. Music, like I said, the campaign, and just really, just whatever God present to us, man. Just doing our best to please Him, so that you feel me. The things that's coming, we'll be able to benefit off of, cause it's all Him. You feel me? Even though things we can't even speak of right now, He got it coming. So it's just a matter of pleasing Him, so that we can see it happen. So whatever coming. Like we definitely trying to walk right to the point we can see it. So, but yeah, that's the main thing, man. Bringing everything back together so we can organize some things. Yeah.
What's good, G? What you got up?
I got like a little pack I'm working on for Kure. I don't even think he know it, but I'm
I
trying.
definitely ain't know till now.
Yeah, man. He got me on the whole boom bap tip and all the other stuff, man.
Not the boom.
The boom bap, bro. I'm trying to expand my horizon, man, with the beats or whatever, but trying to come out with an EP with Kure. And as far as like the movements and whatever, I try to keep Kourage head level, bro. Just telling him, I was just telling him earlier, like every day, bro. I just want to reflect and be able to say we did something, just to keep the consistency up and just to keep our spirit up as far as like how we want to elevate all this movement, man. All this we got going on, so that's pretty much it.
DJ? Terry?
I don't think I got nothing really coming up for real. Just working on music. And I may have a new painting on the way. I don't know yet. Let's see how I feel.
My grandma's funeral Wednesday, 6th Avenue Baptist Church at 11. I ain't big on funerals, and Lord knows we're gonna be in that mother about 2 hours. But I told you I'm the uncle that you ain't gonna like, but you gonna love me. Goddamn. Bro, shout out to your family member. I'm gonna say this. I know I said what I said about the crush, but on some real shit, it was grown. It was more of a respect.
Yeah.
She knew like
Everybody his cousin, man.
yeah. No, I'm just saying though, like that was his real phone. I'm also telling like she looked out for me 12th grade. I had office assistants like for my last 2 grades. What I was supposed to do was just make sure her lunch was straight. Like if I had to go get it, I'd go get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She always gave me enough money to. It wasn't like no holding me to my nut shit. It was just like, look, do this, nigga. Don't you want to graduate for your folk type shit? Told me like, you be having some badass girlfriend, nigga. You just ugly. You know how she talk like straight. I don't get it. I don't get it. You talk too goddamn much. Number one, just shut the fuck up. You'll have some more. It was like a auntie thing type shit. You know, your young ass auntie. Well, your folks come from. Don't let you do shit, but you can get around her and hang out, and she gonna help you to shit. Yeah. She definitely look. It's another one. Mr. Underwear looked out for me. I wasn't supposed to graduate because of mine.
Say Underwood or Underwear?
We call him Underwear. But Underwood. DJ, he was the school DJ, wore bow ties and shit, nigga, weird. But I wasn't supposed to graduate, man. They looked out for me, you know what I'm saying? And
I know who you talking.
my private school credits didn't carry over, and they ain't find that shit out till 12th grade. How they help a lot of students. They don't run your credit until it's like 2 months before graduation type shit, which is, it ain't our fault, but they tell you to stay on top of it. Nigga, my counselors ain't even in school 90% of the time. How the fuck am I gonna stay on top of it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. Like, the things they tell us to do, like I said, we got
that's a whole up in there?
That's a whole episode.
You go by her off of that bitch.
That whole like deficiency,
You know what
like
I'm saying now?
how school was.
Yeah,
That's
we
a
was
whole
definitely doing the outro.
Yeah, my bad, but you know how I get sidetracked, bro. I'm ADHD, for real. But
a whole tangent.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, I gotta pay my car note.
Fuck Tim.
Alright, well.
Mixtape coming soon.
Yeah. Hey Young World drops April 12th. Another shameless plug.
Yeah.
Shout out to my share in the back, taking care of business. Sit Down Sessions 3 is in the works right now. Okay. So wait for that. The Sankofa Suite t-shirt should be in the Amazon store.
So about this one?
Yep. That one right there. And we got a variety of colors and sizes, all for your customization. Ooh. But yeah, make sure you follow the brand. Shout out to everybody that took a picture on the selfie wall this weekend at both events. If you want us to come out to your event and do live broadcast, let us know. We're definitely into that as well. Sheena, whatever you got, and wrap us up, bro.
I'm good, man. I got a court case pending.
I gotta go court next week too.
But you know, my case is gonna be in California. We're gonna talk about it in a couple
You gotta fly them?
Nah, it's gonna be a teleconference, video conference or whatever.
Man, they locking niggas up over the phone.
Nigga, I'm not getting locked up.
Kiss me on the phone.
They did.
See you when I get home.
No, man, this you know, just to get personal, man. I got a pending custody case for my son. You know what I'm saying? we're gonna really dive into it in a couple of weeks. I ain't been talking about it. This been going
Maybe
on
you don't
like
need to talk about it until the case.
I'm gonna talk about it regardless because I've been talking about it. Obviously, the motherfuckers
I
been
got no
listening.
refrigerator.
Y'all know exactly what the fuck I've been talking about. Fuck that bitch. I'm gonna say that.
Did I tee something off that?
No, that shit. You know, I got some personal feelings about that. But yeah, I just want to say fuck that bitch. We can go ahead and wrap up the show.
Fuck that bitch. Rest in peace, Nip. Tune in episode 9. Peace.
Yeah.